let's get started. So you take one block. Okay, you have a block, take one block. Let's start from a kneeling position. Block goes between your legs like that. I want you to squeeze the block to create tension. Okay? So you do our calves from kneeling position. Yeah, roll your mat, get your towels, get your cushion, get your knees comfortable. From here, let's clench the fist. Let's work on neck rotation. So bring the chin down, neck cross. Okay, so start to rotate the chin towards either side. Try to bring the chin beyond the shoulder. Continue rotating, shoulders are still, the chin towards the ceiling. So try and draw a nice big circle with the chin. As you rotate over, the circle goes beyond the shoulder. The chin comes down, and you come back to center. So now I'll show the side view as you do it along. Chin down, rotate the side. Think of bring the chin beyond the shoulder. As you rotate up, opposite side. So nice to feel this neck stretch in the morning. Chin down and back to center. Okay, and of course, I'm normal, so you're moving at your own pace. Just go back and forth, going for time here. Good. Especially early morning, let's spend some more time moving the neck. Okay, so your hands are clenched. Clench your fist in. Yeah, let's have a bit more tension. So all the tension is to help you to keep the body still. Good. Christine, try to lean backwards. Yeah, in 3, 2, 1, and time. From the same position, we go to our spine calf. Okay. So crush the block. Hips are now totally still. Okay. Hands across the body. Yeah. Let's round the spine. Rotate your spine to the left. Drop the shoulder down. Push arms to the ceiling. Rotate over to the opposite side. Drop shoulder. Round spine. Come back to center. Reverse direction. I'll show the side view. And you rotate. So you twist first, then drop shoulder. Extend spine. Rotate across. Drop shoulder. Round spine. Rotate back to center. And you continue to move as I watch everybody do the spine calf. Okay, so don't forget the rotation part of it. Okay, so everyone, as you're moving, think less of swinging the body, less momentum, and more control. Okay, movement is not led by the neck. Movement is created by your spine. That's one, Amy. 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Okay. Still with the block. You have the hands up to front. Today, let's flip the palms up. So this is a side view. Elbow, shoulder, wrist, elbow, shoulder in a straight line. Okay. Imagine the arm is on the table. Let's work on protraction and retraction first. Yeah, and protract and retract. So you're crushing the block. You are tensing your body to make sure that the body is stiff and still and does not move along with the shoulder blades. So try to be pulled along, try to sway back and forth. And you find that on your knees it's pretty hard because it's hard to control. That's the whole point. So now you're kind of forced to keep the hips still. Yeah, Vivian, that's nice. Up, Christine. 3 and 2. The arms stay up and 1. Good. Now back to like a normal position. We work on elevation and depression. Okay. So lift the arms off the table, arms back down. Lift the arms up, arms back down. And keep going. Body is still stiff. Lower limbs are still stiff. Yeah. When you bring your shoulders as close to the ceiling as possible. You imagine you are wearing a jacket with giant shoulder pads. And those shoulder pads are super heavy. And you need to use strength to lift the shoulder pads up, 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 beyond your ears, maybe beyond your head even. 3, 2, 1, and time. So we're going to combine this together now for scapular calf. Okay. So feel the block. Now you're going to go all 4 directions. You're going to go elevate, protract, depress, retract. Okay. And as you move through these 4 points, body does not get pulled along or move along. Yeah, not so much a body weight, but scapular calf. Arms up, any direction you want, ready, and let's go. So you go up, you can go forwards or back, your choice. We're going for time here. Right, pay attention to the stiffness of the body as you move the scapula. Okay, make sure your hands and your shoulders are at the same level throughout. And reverse direction. Yeah. You mean retract more, you have more retraction. Yeah, and then elevate. Yeah. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and time. Okay, let's come to a standing position. Okay, stand up now. Now knee very long. Let's change position now. Sometimes stay in the same position very boring. Okay, so we're gonna do our shoulder calves from a standing position. Block is still with you, by the way. Block is still here. Okay, it's just another tool for you to create tension. Yeah, you can see now I'm hitting a block and it's not moving. That is how hard I want you to clamp it in. Let's start with your left hand. So right hand in a fist. So you see this is my left hand. Every other part of the body is stiff. Okay, nothing else is meant to move. You are using your strength to control that. Left hand, little finger, reach across the body. Arm goes overhead. Rotate the arm back into shoulder extension. Continue rotating to lower the arm down. Rotate the same direction to lift the arm up. Palm is still facing away from you. And then as you unwind, you change direction of the rotation. Bring the arm up overhead, across the body, and back down. And you keep going, and you keep moving. All right, so one reminder, the whole body and your right arm is stiff and not moving. Only the left arm is moving. Which means you try not to allow your body to twist and turn. We've done all the spine casts already. So let's keep that movement out of it. Yeah, Christine, nice rotation. Yep. Yay, that looks good. Nice one, Christine. Yep, Yen, that looks good, but I think you can rotate more at a higher position. You can rotate more before you lower the arm down. 3, 2, 1. Finish up this rep and you switch sides. And let's go. Yeah, Amy, not too bad. Try to go for a higher extension. So as you rotate the arm back, go into a higher extension. Keep rotating, go, rotate, rotate, rotate. But keep the fist as high as possible as you rotate. Yep, rotate more rotation, more rotation, more rotation, more, and then it comes down. Okay. To be very honest with you, I've lost track of time. So let's just finish up this last repetition and we move on, okay? I think I really should have done a lot of shoulder curls now. Shoulders will be super warm by now. Okay, so once you're done with all that, just sit down on the mat or sit down on the floor. Okay, so survey time. If you are already not survey, but question time. If you're not sure on the shoulder rotation part of the shoulder curls, please let me know, because I understand that virtually this is the one thing that's been tough to teach. Like people have struggled with it, many people. So if you are still unclear, like what I'm saying, like, oh, Alvin is like saying stuff that's weird, I'm confused, let me know. So that I can send you some videos, send you some additional instructions over email. I can show you some stuff that will help you understand that rotation part better. Okay? It's not even a question, it's more like an announcement. All right, so first up, let's work on shoulder extension. So again, shoulder extension is when the arm goes behind you. So for today, when I say extension, I would like the arms to stay close to the body. When I say close to the body, I mean this. Imagine right now, if you look at me, that I have two walls on the side of my body, okay? I'm sandwiched between two walls. So if I raise my arm behind me, it can only go directly back. It can't go to the side. Okay, so we are working purely on this extension. With that in mind, you're gonna sit down with your back of the hands on the floor, so fingers facing away. So arms are hugging the body because there are two imaginary walls next to me. And all you do is just kind of like scoot your body forwards, right? Just like dropping your knees back and forth, moving your shoulders into a shoulder extension stretch. Yeah, so important, right? And when you do this stretch, you want to make sure that the weight is not, like your elbows are not hurting. Sometimes the load can go on the elbows and it's just not comfortable. If that describes your stretch, do not force it, or like you just come up a little bit more and just stay there first. We want to find the stretch sensation in the shoulders, not in the elbows. Okay? Remember, hands are shoulder width, so do not allow the hands to go out sideways. And once you found your stretch, you just stay there. And maybe you find that after you listen to me nag for a bit, it feels a bit more comfortable. That's when you try to inch your body forward slightly. Okay. Good. So now in the stretch position, I will just go to my stretch position. So this is how my stretch looks like. It may not be yours. We're going to do pills and rails from here. So pills is us trying to push our hands into the floor. So look at the screen, stay in position, but look at the screen. Tails is us trying to do this action. Okay, one more time. Tails is us trying to do this action. But of course, the floor is in the way so that no movement happens. Rails is us trying to do this action. Okay, one more time. Rails is us trying to do this action. Okay, so we are moving in two different directions. But of course, as you do your rails, you likely will not move because of your structure. you are already in the stretch position. There just isn't much left to go. Yeah? At that point in time, if your elbows are dying, just come out of it, okay? Not worth damaging your elbows over this. Otherwise, from here, let's take a breath in. As you exhale, tense the body, tense the legs. Everything is nice and stiff. Now, start to ramp into pause effort, so you're pushing the hands down into the ground. Right? Level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 10. Ramp it up to level 7. Ramp it up to your safest maximum effort. Okay, so I want to, you really try to push the arms through the ground. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, maintain this tension, 1, and now reverse. I want you to try to lift the arms off the floor, getting the palms as light on the ground as possible. If your hands start to slide backwards, allow it to slide. We're trying to lift it off. Like I said, likely will not happen, but you try. 4, 3, 2, 1, and soften. Okay. If you need to come out of it, come out of it. Otherwise, try to go deeper into your stretch. Maybe just scoot the butt forward slightly more. No, Amy says no. Okay, then you just stay there. Okay. So I said that in group classes, that we're going to try a variety of things. Some things may feel awesome for you. Some things may not feel so awesome for you. And that's okay. Everybody has a preferred stretch to train a certain thing. So in this case, we're just using this position to train shoulder extension. There are many other ways you can do this. So if you feel like, okay, it doesn't feel great, don't like this one, it's fine. Find yourself on something that makes sense. This is the purpose of group classes, for us to experience and learn more about the body. Let's go, second round of tails and rails. Okay, breath in. As you exhale, stiff body. Start to drive the hands into the ground, level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the way to your maximum safest effort. Breathe. Okay, so if level 6 feels unsafe, you stay at level 5. Right, but let's have that consistent effort into the ground for 3, 2, 1, and reverse rails effort. Now we're trying to generate force upwards to get the palms as light as possible. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. And come back out of it. Yeah, so I said, if elbows don't feel great, don't push it. Listen to your body, right? That position, yes, that particular stretch position does place a bit of weight on the elbow. So yeah, that's why I talk so much about it. I want you to be careful. Now, second set exercises, let's work on lift offs, shoulder extension lift offs. So from a comfortable seated position, your hands will be body width, palms be on the floor just behind you. All you do is you can lift both hands up and back down again. Okay, so we are trying to keep the body stiff. So we want to try to avoid this. And this one's like, I don't know what is this shape like. Yeah, so body's upright, you try to lift it up. So not just the arms are working, but this whole part of the body is working to stay still. Okay, so just be mindful. You try, right? Mindful that it's not doing this, but rather we want directly backwards. Okay, so we're going to do lift offs. Let's get in the position. Let's have the fist. So fist, palms down, right? Just make a fist. Okay, ready? Breath in. Whole body is strong, body is tense, and lift up for 1, and back down, and 2, and down, and 3, and down. Don't lean forward, and 4, and down. Controlled lift up, controlled lower down, 4, 5, and down, and 6, and down. Don't swing the arms, and 7, and down, and 8, and down, and 9, and down. Last one, 10, and hold it there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back down. Okay. So I say don't swing, right? This is what I mean. I'll show you what's one arm. We're not looking for this. Okay, so don't try to jerk the movement up. Now I actually want you to slow it down to have more control. So the entire speed of the arm movement should be the same, whether you're lifting up or lowering. Yeah, so it's gonna be controlled, lift, 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 and then back down. Okay. The reason for this is, yes, when we swing, we do get a little bit more range, but more likely or not, you enter a range you have no control over. So if I swing, watch how my hand actually drops back down. You see that? It's not intentional. This is me trying to do it for real. Okay. So before we add in the speed, you want to make sure at least you can lift it up and control to this range. So that's the reason why I'm making it slow. Can? Right. But otherwise, now, second exercise, you're going to come down with hands and knees into a quadruped position. And we're going to do scapular movements. Okay, so remember this one we did earlier? You slide your hands forwards and back along the table. Notice we did this movement. The shoulders did not pop up this way. It was just pure back and forth. I want you to replicate the same thing on the ground. Okay, so as you lower the body down, do not allow the shoulders to pop up this way. Okay, keep it down. Just up and down, up and down. All right, practice that. 3, 2, 1, and go. Elbows are straight, by the way. Like I said, we want control, so slow it down. The speed at which you lower the body down is the same speed at which you push the body back up. Right? This is the same thing you did in the warm-up. This is just protraction, retraction. Okay? So think back to this warm-up. If you're not sure, look at the screen. Remember this one that we did? It's the same sensation. Except instead of the arms moving, now the body is moving. Okay? So lower down with control, push back up. If your elbows start to bend, that's it. That is your end range. Do not try to go lower with the elbow bend. Yeah, looking better. Once again, slow it down, or have constant speed. It's not about force. It's not always about fast, 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 fast. And time. Okay, round 2. Okay, back to extension, lift off. So 10 reps followed by 10 count hold. Ready? And let's go for 1, lift slow and lower back down. And 2, and down. And 3, slow and down. Good. And 4, and down. And 5, keep squeezing, try to get more range from the top, and back down. Good. And 6, slow squeeze, 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 and down. And 7, and down. And 8, yen, hug your arms closer to your body, and down. And 9, and down. Nice one, Vivian. Okay, last one, ready? The hold, up and hold. 10, 9, 8. Body does not lean forward. Body stiff. Remember, use all that strength of the body. Try to squeeze and lift the arms higher. Arms higher. Yes, arms higher. Arms higher. This is what you should be doing when you're holding your arms higher. Imagine my voice nagging you in your head. Arms higher. And back down. Okay, good. Okay, back to the ground. Right, protraction, retraction. Ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. More shoulder blades, less spine. Okay, so your spine is not rounding or arching anymore. All right, the spine is not rounding or arching. Spine is stiff. It's the shoulder blades that are moving. It is not this. Okay. Good, good, good. Everybody try to increase the range. So try to find the end range. So you squeeze at the top and you squeeze at the bottom. Just have another 5 seconds. And time. Okay, cool. So let me show you one more time because we were all doing it. I think it was a bit hard to see. There is a difference. So this is spine. Yeah, agreed. This is spine. Yeah. This part here behind your body is shoulder blades. Yeah. Your spine is not your shoulder blade. Your shoulder blade is not your spine. So we're trying to do this action here. Okay, so remember this is warm up. Spine should be able to stay stiff. Okay, this is the same action that we just did. You should be able to do this same movement on the floor. So if your version looks something like this, look at my spine now. Okay, as opposed to this. It just tells me that in this position, maybe with more load, there is not a lack of control, where the spine tries to move to make it look like scapular movement. Okay, so this is what I usually mean when I say your spine's trying to act like a shoulder, or your shoulder's trying to act like a spine, or your hips, your spine is trying to act like a hip, and so on and so forth. So this is what we mean by working towards joint independence, which means moving separately before you work on joint dependence. Yeah, and this one's like kind of personal to me as well because I used to do push-ups and I think of protracting, keeping a nice plank shape. And after doing push-ups, I started to feel like my back hurt. My back was sore, more sore than my arms, which didn't make sense until I realized that I was trying to use my spinal flexion to mimic a plank shape. Right, so if that describes you, if you're like doing an arm exercise and your back hurts, maybe check whether your spine and your arms can move separately. Really long-winded explanation. Crap. Okay, so assuming you have your whole mat space available to you, watch me first. The next movement you can do from a lying down position, you're gonna have your chin on the floor. You're gonna have your hands beside you. So I'm gonna show you, okay, how we set up. So your fist is directly below your elbow. Fist is below your elbow, right? Hands are hugged close to your body. If you are unable to do so, if you can't hug your elbows in, you will move your fist back slightly. You move your fist back slightly, okay? So what we're trying to do in this position here, we are trying to lift your fist off the floor. So let me demonstrate one time with both arms. Chin stays down, body stays down, arms lift off. Can you see that? If that doesn't happen, one more time. This is shoulder extension in a bent arm. Okay, if you cannot lift off, you just shift it back, make it slightly easier. Notice how as I shift back, the elbow goes lower. Now this creates more space for me to lift the elbows up and back down. Okay? So let's get started. Chin down. Adjust your fist and your elbow position. Right, so from here, let's take one breath to set up first. You take a breath in. As you exhale, keep the body nice and stiff. Chin is not pushing into the mat, it's just resting. Body is stiff. Ready, and lift the fist off and hold it there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back down. Very good. Second breath, and lift up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, back down. Last rep here and up. 10, 9. Amy, less wrist, more shoulder. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, back down. Stay in position, turn your head so they can see me. Second exercise, working on hinges. So you now lift the fist off the floor and that's your start position. And then we will focus on straightening the arms. So it looks like this. 1, going to show straight arm shoulder extension and you bend the elbows without touching the floor. And 2, and back. Yeah. So this is what we trained earlier. It's the same thing from a different position. Okay? So chin or forehead back down. Ready? Hover the fist off. Elbows are hugged in close and straighten the arms for 1. And return. Keep the elbows high. Do not touch the floor. And 2. And return. Don't crush your chin here. And 3, go slow. Control, 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 control. And return. Control, 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 control. And 4. Elbows are high and return. Elbows higher, 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 higher. Keep the elbows as high as you can as you straighten the arm. For 5. Do not allow the elbows to drop. And return. Last rep, we'll hold and straighten and hold it there for 10, 9. As I count down in your mind, you just repeat to yourself, elbows higher, fist higher, fist higher. Squeeze harder, squeeze harder. For 3, 2, 1, bend elbows, arms back down. Okay, let's come up into a quadruped position again. Anyway, before we carry on, sorry, anyone has questions? Is okay. So earlier we did this, right? Up and down, which is quite comfortable because knees down. So we all have a baseline. We now know how our scapulars can move or protract and retract without load. I now want you to replicate the same movement, the same stiffness of the body with load. So you go into a full plank. And you do exactly the same scapular movements. Just for 30 seconds, 3-0. Shoulders over wrists, full plank everyone. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Elbows are straight. Christine, elbows are straight. Christine, slow it down. No rush. No rush, huh? Slow down. And lower down slowly. Squeeze the shoulder blades. And push back up. Yeah, squeeze shoulder blades, push back up. It's this part here that's working. Okay, keep going. And up. Yep, better. Yeah. Watch your elbows. Once I say better, your elbows bend. 3. And time. Okay. Yeah, so like, I understand. What I'm asking for is not only specific, but also control. It's tough. The stuff you're doing here is tough, but this is what it takes to train tissue. We're not training movements, we're not training shapes, we are training the tissue that's required. And it takes time to train control. So if you're doing stuff and like, Alvin says don't bend elbows, but I cannot don't bend my elbows. That's when you slow down the movement. Maybe you reduce the range to move in whatever range you can without the other body part moving. It may not be your full range, but it's the range that you currently have control over. And that's what we're trying to train. All right, back to the floor, round 2. So chin down, elbows by the side. Same, no difference. Okay, so entire body that's on the floor does not change, does not shift. Let's take one breath to set up. So take an inhale, exhale. Strong core, strong legs, strong body, strong everything. And lift the elbows up high for 10, 9. Everyone, more shoulders, less wrist. 5, nice one, Vivian. 2, 1, and back down. Second rep, and up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Yen, less spine, more shoulders. Think of driving only the elbows up, not the spine. 4, 3, 2, 1, and back down. Nice, last rep here. Body is as stiff as you can, and lift the elbows up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back down. Now we can do the hinges, okay? And lift the fist off, elbows are hugged in close, and let's go for 1. And back. Yeah, Christine, that's right. Go slower though. And 2, slow it down. Yep. And back. Go slow so you can focus on keeping the elbows high, everyone. And 3, elbows high, arms straighten, elbows high, arms straighten, elbows high, arms straighten. And return, elbows high, yeah. And 4. So you repeat that in your own head. And return. Don't touch the ground. And 5. Vivian, the elbows, the arms higher and bend. I know it's getting tired, but last run. Elbows are bent now. Okay, last rep and straighten. And now we can hold in this position. Consistently trying to lift your fist and your elbow up high without moving the spine. Okay, yep, good correction, Yen. More arm, less body. And back down. And rest. Amy, are you okay? No, okay, never mind. Good news is only 2 rounds. So let's come back to the scapula. I call it scapular push-ups, right? But it's just retraction, protraction in a plank position. Okay. So if you find that in a plank, cannot, right? Like very hard to move. Come back down to the knees. Practice the movement before returning to the loaded version, which is the plank version. Okay? In 3, 2, 1, let's go. No rush. I will start the time when everybody's up. Those of you that started early get a bonus, that's all. Yeah. Christine, you try this, you lock the elbows up. So have some tension in the arms. Tension, right? And then you try to move. Yeah. Squeeze scapula. Yeah, the movement is correct, but slow it down. Slow it down so you can try to get more range. Okay, now elbows again. Okay, so this is a coordination thing that we need to work on. Okay? Yep. Vivian, try to protract more. Amy, protract. Nice. 3 seconds. 2, 1, and time. Awesome. Just sit down on the ground. Breathe. Okay. So Christine, the stuff I said, is it okay? Does it make sense? Yeah, okay. If you're not sure anyway, just let me know after. We can always discuss more. Oh, sorry. I hit the wrong button. I know. Okay, I'm back. Okay, let's give the shoulder a break. We now spend some time working on your elbows. Okay, so earlier we didn't do elbow curls. Now we're gonna do a little bit of elbow rotation. So what is elbow rotation? Elbow rotation is just this. Okay, so side view. You see how my arm is actually not moving? It's my forearm that's turning back and forth. Okay, so let's try this. Okay, let's just bring it down a notch. Let your heart rate recover a bit. So let's have right elbow close to your body. So we don't want this elbow shifting around. From here, open palm, and all you do is you can try to, once again with control, rotate the palm over and rotate the palm back. Okay, this is pronation, supination, also known as elbow rotations. Yeah, so let's do one arm first. So that's the right arm. Just play around this movement. Okay. And time. Now, before we move on to the left arm, just watch the screen again. Notice that when I start this way, right? You see there's a line that forms from my little finger all the way to the inside part of my elbow. When we rotate, we are rotating over this imaginary line. So as I rotate, it actually flips over that line into this position. Okay, if I try to rotate on the same side of the line, you see how my elbow starts to shift, right? Something will definitely move here. So as you do rotation, take note, the line that forms from the pinky all the way to the elbow, you want to just kind of flip over it. And you're flipping pancakes up, okay? So now practice that on your left arm. Okay, making sure elbow doesn't move outwards. So elbow is still. And you find if you're moving, you find that there's a range where it feels stuck and where you can't rotate anymore without the elbow or the shoulder moving. That is your range. It's actually quite simple. And it may, like when you do stuff like this, some things may just feel surprising, like, hey, I thought I had more range. But it is what it is. It is. Like, it's, of course, it's natural to feel surprised because you don't expect it, but you just have to accept it. There's no magic pill that can increase your range or strength straight away. Okay, and time. Good. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, we're going to work on rotations in different positions. We're going to do it now from a clenched fist position. No, let's do it open palm. So first position you're going to do is from a flex position. Yeah, so you're trying to think of doing a bicep curl. You bicep curl and you hug the arms in close to keep the elbow still. And just, rotate back and forth without allowing the arm to move away from the body. Yeah, 1 minute, let's go. So you reach a point when you can't rotate further. That is normal. Okay, the only difference is that point will be different for all of us. So using your forearms to try to rotate palms back and forth. So once again, not just moving, we are trying to explore to find end range. Once you found the end range, I'm going to try to squeeze out more range. Okay? So it's not, oh, I finished already. Okay, I stop. No. It's, oh, I can't move anymore. Let's try if I can engage and squeeze out a bit more. Okay? That's what we're trying to do. 3, 2, 1, and time. Now, let's move the arms down 90 degrees and we repeat the same thing. So finding that range where you try to squeeze a little bit more. Good. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. So why is this important for push-ups? Because if you're doing this position and you realize that, okay, in my best effort, without my body shifting, I can only turn my palms like somewhere here. Now this translates to your push-up position. Yep. Because now in order for my hands to be on the floor, I have to actually bring my elbows up. Yep. If I try to squeeze my elbows in, my hands position will change. Okay. So if you're, what all this just means is, if you're trying to get this shape here, or like full hug, elbows hugging close, like a lot of people cue to push up, elbows hugging close, shoulders down, don't let your elbows flare out. Yeah, you got to check, do you have the rotation to support that? If you don't, yeah, work on rotation. Really quite simple. So if all that away, that's also an extended break. The next one, we're going to do push-up negatives. So you start from the plank position. Earlier we did a lot of scapular movements, right? Now for the plank position, we want the scapula to stay stiff. So I no longer want any of this movement or this movement. Wherever you start with, this entire chunk here stays still. What we're gonna do, we're gonna try to lower the body down to touch the chest or collarbone and the hips on the floor at the same time. So I'll demonstrate one time. From a plank position, we will lower down. I will count for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touch at the same time, and then you just reset and come back up. Okay? Okay, Hannah, yes. So let's try this for one round. Okay, sorry, one more thing before we start. You remember the drill we did earlier, right? From this position where you try to lift up. Right, some of us had to change the arm position here, right? So if your arm positions were here, your best bottom position will not be here. It will be somewhere here. But this is a much harder load on the shoulders. So for you, what you can do is maybe push the cat out of the way and use a block as a measure instead. So instead of touching body to floor, I want you to touch like stomach to block. Okay, try. And you find that's comfortable, you take the block away and you try to go all the way down to the floor. Okay, if you can, just give me a thumbs up. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Let's get a plank position. We're going to push up negatives. I will count. Full plank. Shoulders over wrists. Squeeze butt. So body is stiff. Scapula are stiff. Do not protract or retract anymore. Stay still. And let's lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back up. Okay. Option, if you find that you're going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, have the knees down. All right. So from a plank position, knees drop down. All right, so that the body is in a straight line and you can actually lower down 5, 4, 3, 2. Hips and body touch at the same time. Right, that is the option. Second rep, ready. Choose your plank option. And let's go. 4, 5, 4. Constant speed here. 3, 2, 1. And back up. Vivian, take the block away. You don't need that. No block, Vivian. Okay. Third rep, ready. And let's go. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice one, Amy. 2 more reps here. Ready, and let's go. 4, 5, 4, control, 3, 2, and 1. Nice, Vivian. And back up. Last rep, everybody. And let's go. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Sit up. Now we do scapular car. So now we want the scapula to move. Hands up. I'm just going to draw the same rotation again, and then go 20 seconds one direction, and then we switch 20 seconds in the other direction. So just pick one direction and have it. So now scapula are moving, rest of the body is stiff. So we didn't do the rotation one. So you go up, scapular cast forwards, down, and back. Okay, so you see that the side of my body is drawing a circle. And reverse directions. So we have switched directions. We go for another 10 seconds. Body is still, body is still. And time. Okay, round 2. So you try your best to follow my tempo in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you can't, if you know that you can't, you're gonna collapse and touch the floor, you hang in there at your toughest position as you wait for the count to finish. Okay? Everyone into your option. So either full plank or knees down. 5 repetitions at my very slow 5 count. And we start for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back up any way you can. Good. Second rep, and we go for 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back up. Third rep here, control for 3, 2, scapula are nice and still. 2, 1, and down. Back up for 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, back up. Last rep here. Let's go. Get ready. And Vivian, you okay? Vivian, okay? Okay, now get ready. Last one. And let's go for 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Back to scapular movements. Oh, I didn't mention we're doing 3 rounds of this. Okay, so same thing. 20 seconds one direction, 20 seconds in the other. Also your rest time. So we are doing the cars with control. When I say cars, right, it's always controlled articular rotations. So it's always slow and controlled because we are trying to explore the space of a joint. Right? Remember why we said, why not fast but slow? Yeah, we want to control and change directions. You know, Vivian, retract more, so squeeze the blades. Squeeze back a bit more. Like slide it back along the table. Yeah, there we go. Oh, and time. Okay. So when we do scapular cast, right, I like to use the table example as a cue. So we are not sure, like, okay, you're kind of stuck. Just imagine the table is there and you're sliding back and forth or lifting up off the table or onto the table. Okay. Try to see if that helps, use it. If it doesn't, just use whatever cue works for you. Last round, push-up negatives. Get into position. So once again, a reminder, scapula, spine, entire lower body is stiff, right? Only the arms are working. Only the arms are moving. And let's go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and reset. Second rep, ready, and let's go for 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, reset. Third rep here, remember body, scapula stiff, and go for 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, and reset. Try to touch collarbone and hips at the same time to the floor, and 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. Last rep here, and let's go. 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. Okay, nice. Scapular cars from a seated position. And we start. Okay, so think back to the table example. If that helped for you, use the table cues. Right, so you're sliding back and forth on the table or lifting off or on the table. Again, watch your spine. Don't let the spine be pulled along with the movement. Yep, Christine, that looks really good and comfortable. Change directions. So you're comfortable, go a bit slower, try to make the movement bigger, but slow it down. Slow it down. Okay, try to go slow. Being able to go fast is great. Being able to go slow is a control. Right, so control means that you should be able to go fast or slow or big range or small range at your own discretion. And time. Last thing we're gonna do. Earlier we did push-up negatives, right? Now I want you to train the strength by doing push-up holds. So you're gonna bend your elbows. You're gonna lower down to the toughest position that you can without touching the floor. And we're gonna hold that position for 20 seconds. Does it make sense? If okay, let's give me a thumbs up. Vivian, you okay? Oh, okay. Okay. See ya. Okay, so ready? Let's start. Last one. This is just a push-up holds. Shoulder stacked. But let's lower down to a tough position. 3, 2, 1. Lower down and hold it here. Yeah, so breathe. So now everything is still. Everything is still. Right? You're squeezing your glutes. Do not stick your butt to the ceiling. Squeeze your butt. Yeah. Butt lower than shoulders. Or butt in line with shoulders, depending on where you are. But butt definitely should not be higher than shoulders. And down. Okay. From this position, watch me first. Just forearms down. Prop your body up this way. And you just start to do neck rotations, neck curls. Your chin down. And you just draw circles. Or draw the nice controlled articular rotation of the neck. And you're going to go back and forth in both directions. Okay. So shoulders are still, body is still, spine should not be lifting off anymore. We're now moving the chin. Okay, so same things apply. As you rotate, you're trying to look over the shoulder. As you push the chin forwards, try and lift it as high as you can towards the ceiling. You rotate over to the other side. Right? If you feel pain or like restriction in the neck, please do not force through it. Which is also why we're going to go slow, so that if you do have such pain sensations or a block in your neck, we don't power through it with speed, because that's a really bad idea. Really bad. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Let's go. Round 2. Push-up negative holds. Push-up holds. Okay, so start from the top position. Go into a plank position. Or knees down is fine as well. Ready, shoulders stiff, everything is stiff, and lower down. And time starts now. So you squeeze your glutes. Go to your lowest position. Lowest position. Christine, lower. This one was better. Yeah, this one. Stay in this position. It's okay. Christine, shoulders higher. Yeah, try shoulders, body higher, body higher. 3, 2, and time. I apologize, I got distracted. The last hole was 26 seconds, but good job, everybody. Okay, got that. All right, now let's just end off the session with just another set of scapular cars, but from this position. Okay, so we're gonna do one more 30 seconds in one direction. He's moving the body around the arms, and then you reverse. 3, 2, 1, let's go. You think of this as practice when we do the cars, right? We are practicing controlling the body. If we find that we can't control it as well, it's okay for now, but it's definitely something that we want to practice more of. And change directions. So we go slow so that we can feel what's going on with the body. Is the spine, I'm trying to move my scapula, but is the spine moving along? Are my hips moving along? Are my elbows bending? Is my neck trying to move like a scapula should? Now 3, 2, 1, and time. Yeah, and that's it. We are done. Good job, everyone. Yeah, if you have questions, I'll hang around for a bit. Like I said, if you don't understand something, please do reach out to us. Like, I wouldn't say feel free. I want you to reach out to us so that we can help you understand it better to make future sessions more meaningful. Okay? And yeah, otherwise that's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Then, yeah.
Thank you, Alvin. It's a good
Thanks.
session.